Okay, so maybe you're wondering, do number bonds really help my students? Why should I bother teaching number bonds to second graders, third graders, or fourth graders to add or subtract numbers? For example, I've been doing this particular problem quite a bit in classroom, 72 minus 29, because we can think of it as 60 and a 12, and we can easily take away a 20 and a 9. And I've shown that that really is what we do when we regroup, because we regroup it to, instead of 7 tens, 6 tens, and 12 ones. So that's really what we're doing. But let's look at it at a deeper level. Let's think about what would happen if we were talking about dividing. So let's think about dividing 732 by 6. Could you do that in your head? I think I could if I understand number bonds, because I know this is really 600, and I know this is really 132, and I know 132 is really 120 and 12. So I already inside my head have the answer to this problem without any long division, because I understand number bonds. And just to think about it again, think about it with another problem. Let's think about 91 divided by 7. Well, if I think about 91, I do see a 70 and I see a 21. So I immediately know the answer to this problem. This is how students can do calculations in their heads. And you can actually even think about it with more complex numbers or problems, because we can think about, what if we were trying to solve fractions? Could we do that with number bonds? Could we do that inside our heads? Well, let's think about it. Let's think if we have 3/5 and we're trying to add it to 4/5. Well, if I understand number bonds, I understand this is really 2/5 and 2/5, and I understand together this is going to make a whole. Now I have an answer in my head without having to do really much effort or to actually do many calculations. Number bonds give children power over calculations. And if we don't learn it when we're young with simple numbers, it makes it much more difficult to do it with more complex numbers. Think about something that I know we have to do in third grade, which is time. And so let's think about, we have the time starting at 3:45, and we're going to be going 75 minutes. If we understand hours are made up of 60, so we know we have 45, what does it need to make 60? Well, I know this 75 minutes can be broken into a 15 and a 60. I can put this 15 together, so I now know it's going to be 4 o'clock. And I still have 60 more minutes, which is 1 more hour, which means I'm going to be ready at 5 o'clock. And I can do that in my head without much effort, because I understand number bonds, and I understand that time is no longer built on making a group of 10 or a group of 100. It's built on making 60. So number bonds give kids power over calculations. That's why they're important.